There you go. Excellent.
All right.
Excellent.
Hail, hail all, and welcome to the Saturday High Noon with Shadowhawk Talks. We've got Mr. Walter Danley in the house with us today,
There you go.
otherwise known as LZ the Great. And we're going to be doing a little chatting and going over a couple of comic books today. Um, I don't think I'm going to do
Cool.
a full review on a comic today because one of the ones that I got is just getting into people's hands, and I don't want to spoil it too much for anybody. But I do want to get them a little attention because it's the campaign is still live, and
Well, it
uh,
definitely. Yeah.
he's a good creator, and he's done some. It's it's good, old fashioned, simple comic book stories. It reminds me of like the '70s and early '80s type comic
Gotcha.
books. Uh, you didn't have all this crazy multi-dimensional things and everything had to be a universal crisis. You could just have a good action adventure story. So
Like I said,
I
there's
kind of miss
30,
that.
30 characters.
Yeah, it's 144 characters on the first page. We're going to introduce you to every one of them.
One world. Boom.
By the time you hit page 22, they just did
I'm
the last
cross-eyed.
introduction. Join us next time.
I'm cross-eyed after I read the first page, man. I go, how in the world is this enjoyable?
I know,
Like,
dude.
wow.
Well, I
I
mean,
can't
I tell you
follow
what,
you.
like Watchmen, the classic uh,
That's awesome. I like
Neil
it.
Gaiman story. It's a fucking great book. It's a great story. I mean, I thought they even did a decent job with the movie,
I
but
did
that
too.
comic book
Was
is
bad.
hard to fucking get through, man. It's just panel after panel, like 12 panel
And
pages with
it's
talking
like it
heads on
never
every.
ends, man.
Oh god, dude, it was so text heavy. I mean,
I
it
don't
was worth it
understand.
at the end,
I know, but
right?
I really enjoyed the movie because I didn't have to read.
Yeah,
I got to watch,
exactly.
and it was as good as the comic to me. I mean, it
I
was
thought
it was
so. I mean, I thought they did a really good job. I know, some people, uh,
you know, everybody's got
criticized
opinion.
it for not sticking closer to the book or what. But I mean, it to make that book into a movie, it would have had to been like 5 hours long. If you had everything in there. But oh hey Carrie, no, I did not draw that one. That was Mr. Rob Ewing when he sent me the Shadowhawk concept page or Battlehawk concept page that he gave for me. He drew that on the outside of the shipping mailer, so I took a picture of it. I thought
Cool,
it was
man.
cool. Yeah.
Hey, Gary, how
Um,
you doing? I don't see the chat on here, so I'm not trying to
okay.
be.
Yeah. Right now it's just me, you, and Carrie. So we'll
Okay,
give it a
cool.
few minutes for folks to roll on in. I sent links out to Eric, Omer, you, somebody else.
After after I talked to you,
Oh,
I
and
talked
Marv.
to Homer. He said
Oh,
he's
did you?
gonna try to drop. He said he's gonna try to drop in. You know.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't get to talk to Omer last night, so but hopefully our good buddy
He's
Rex
doing
is going
pretty
to be
good.
feeling better today, and he's going to get
Yeah,
back on the horse here.
that's what we're
If
looking
not,
for.
we do.
We'll
Actually,
keep it up.
I did talk to Omer for a minute, I think, because we did make a plan. If something
Yeah.
happens and Rex is still not up to fit and fiddle shape, I'm gonna go ahead and handle the show today, and Omer will take over the 4 o'clock for tomorrow, if necessary.
I know
But
if
hopefully
necessary,
Rex is gonna be
if
feeling
you
better
need,
today and on his way back. We've got somebody in the back room here, Elsie. Hold on one second.
come on in.
Hey, and all the way from Peru, Portugal, not
Hey,
Peru, is our good buddy Marv. What's happening, Marv?
hey, what's up? So
We
Oh,
yeah,
are.
just barely me, my friend.
I was watching Predators with my wife right now, and I just came on and say hi.
Yeah,
Cool.
cool, cool. Yeah, hey, always good to have you, Mark. Loving to see the
Yeah,
progress on the book, dude, man. And loving those posts you've been putting out.
thanks,
So,
man. Uh, today I'm
have
lazy.
you? That's
Today
hey,
I'm lazy.
nothing wrong with taking a lazy day, dude. I just woke up like 15 minutes ago. I was up at like 7, puttered around, did a few things, and I had a headache, so I went and laid back down. And I woke up, and damn clock said 11:35. I'm like, oh shit! I didn't even schedule a show or anything. I was running around.
But it was good for you.
It woke me up. I'll tell you that. But yeah, I sat up late last night listening to Ethan do Trash Cast. And I got tied a little bit of one on, so but it was Friday and I needed to chill out a little bit.
There's
But
a lot of
let's
drama out
see.
there.
Not wrong. You're doing
Oh
what
yeah,
now?
Everybody,
man.
everybody's talking trash about Yellow Flash's book,
Oh dude,
and
yeah.
yeah, how bad. Well, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a fan of the character. I never liked Power Rangers, and that's a no-no for me. Uh, and but if people like it, good for them. Enjoy. But
Yeah.
it's sad to see that people. It's not my thing. Okay, but I can see when the guy is being successful. So he's being successful. Everybody, there's a lot of people saying that he's not being successful.
I mean,
When I
for for a
Yeah,
first time comic book, he's over 50 or 60 thousand dollars. I mean, that's not
yeah,
you can't say that's a terrible failure. I
I'd
mean,
say it's a
people want
success.
to say that because he's got a 500,000 viewers on his channel, that he should have been the next Eric July, and it should have been a $3 million campaign. And Yellow Flash he's not really a comic book channel. I don't think his people are into comics as much as they are more the like pop
and
culture news and that kind of
and to
thing.
be honest, with you guys, Eric July is not a big thing either because what he's doing
Eric
is
July is horrible, dude.
is, is, is doing what Marvel is not doing, making it worse. Marvel and DC are making very bad books. Eric July is doing it worse. So,
Exactly.
but people like it, fine, great. But yeah, there's a lot of
Well, he's
stuff
got
better out there.
yeah. I mean, Eric got lucky on his first one because he had a lot of people that were into his channel and all his hibbity jibbity talk. And he launched that first book and everybody bought into it. So now every other YouTuber
Yeah.
out there thinks, well, hell, all I gotta do is come up with a comic book and I'm gonna make $1 million. And you gotta have a good book or an extremely large following that's gonna back you without even looking. And that's what happened.
Yeah.
Shadow kicked himself.
Oh man.
He'll be he'll be back.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been looking at some great stuff lately. I got the Atlantean by Arrow Comics. Very cool book. I can show you. Let me see if I can find it. I can show you.
Man, I do not know what's going on with my StreamYards lately. It did that to me yesterday too. Kicked me just randomly and then turned off my camera.
There's
And
the Atlantean.
oh, there you go, Russ Leach's book.
Yeah, this is amazing. This is
Yeah, dude.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And
Now we're
This is
cooking with gas.
fantastic.
That's a comic worth fucking backing right there.
Yeah, fantastic. Really love it.
have it.
Oh, hold on a
I
second,
have
boy.
a.
It looks like we have a couple more guests trying to join us. Maybe that's what happened. Let me check the backstage. Nope, that's just that. Ha. Okay, it's chicken. Hail,
It's a
Quantum
very.
Image Comic. Hex Allen in the house. Good to see you, Hex.
Hey,
And Helder. Good to see you, Helder. Sorry, I didn't notice you sooner.
Yeah.
Anywho, yeah. So I don't know if you're familiar or not, Marv, or you, Elsie, as a matter of fact. But I think it was last year. We had a guy who's a little new on the scene, and he put out Blood and the Sword #1. Uh, Young fella named Richard Embry, and
Mm,
this is it's kind of a classic fantasy adventure story.
Better know.
We've got like a knight on a quest, and he's got this really cool like half lizard, half warrior guy that's his sidekick, and uh, just good plain nice adventure story. So we'll run through that a bit in a few minutes. I'm gonna give everybody a
mhm.
chance to get in here. But so what you been up to this week, Marv? Just working and drawing?
Yeah, this week I did a couple of pages, and today I took the day off, so I'll be back on drawing tomorrow. But yeah, I think he's going to have a bunch of extra pages because I introduced
Oh,
a new character. I introduced a new
oh,
character,
okay,
and I'm
cool.
afraid that is going to be around 50 pages, 50 plus.
Oh, wow.
So,
That's
yeah,
oh,
That's
holy
amazing.
mackerel,
yeah.
Marv.
How do you take a day off from drawing? I don't understand how you can do that.
No, I can because I've been during my vacations. I've been waking up at 6 a.m. to draw. So I've been
Wow.
doing it for over a week now. And
Well,
but today, yeah, but today I said to myself, no, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna draw today. I'm just gonna chill out a little bit and read some comics and
Very good.
do some research. Do some research on Bernie Wrightson and
wow.
Mike Schultz, and doing other watching other creators' art. So I'll be Barry Weston Smith. I'll be watching a bunch of known and unknown creators like
I like them all.
um,
Talking.
French artists too. So yeah, French and Spanish artists. So
Oh,
that's going
cool.
to be the day off. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, nice.
Put some names out there, didn't he, Shadow?
Yeah, he
Right.
did.
Smith. I mean, come on, man. I'd love that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Awesome.
that's the best stuff. That's the best
So,
stuff.
Marv,
Mark Schultz.
now that you've increased your page count by what, about 16, 20 pages, what what do you
Something
think
like that.
is what are we looking at? You think for a release on this thing? When you gonna launch? Like maybe in the fall?
Not this year.
Oh, not this year.
Not
Oh
this,
shit! All right, I'm
no,
getting
not,
ahead of
no,
myself.
no, not this year for a good reason because I'm going to back to work next week
Oh, okay, yeah,
on
yeah.
Wednesday. So yeah, it's gonna take. I have to finish the pencils and then I'll ink everything traditionally. I have already all the inks, all the nibs, all the brushes, all the markers. I just need
Oh,
the paper. So I'm gonna try a paper that Glenn Fleming told me about, a paper that he uses for
mm-hmm.
his paintings. So I'm going to
Oh,
buy that,
fantastic.
and yeah, I'm going to ink everything traditionally. I'm going to try for the first time drawing gum, and that's going to be very fun. Drawing gum to help me to make the landscapes, the snow effects,
Oh, okay, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
although yeah, I'm going to try. I'm going to try that for the first time. So, but I want to finish penciling everything first. And the worst part is coming because the last act of the book is going to be very, very hard to draw, at least for me. So yeah,
Ah,
going to be very difficult. A lot of stuff.
I got a feeling there's gonna be some kind of major conflict in the last act of this story,
Yeah,
which
yeah, it's gonna
I'm
be
looking forward to.
yeah, yeah, it's gonna be very cool because There's going to be some impossible interactions between characters that is not in their
Cool.
nature, and yeah, the end's going to be. I think the end people will like the end. So yeah, it's going
I
to be very
I don't
cool.
want to spoil. I don't want to spoil it for every anybody, but since there's only a few people here, uh, Shadowhawk saves the day at the end of the story. Don't tell nobody.
So yeah, a
That's
little bit, a little bit of that. It's going to have
that.
a major part at the end, among with another character. But yeah, it's going to have a huge weight at the to want to find closure to himself.
Oh,
It's
fantastic,
going to
man!
be
I'm
very
so
cool.
looking forward to it, dude. And hopefully, well, now that you're doing everything traditional, you're gonna put up some original art on this campaign for sale.
Yeah, the only thing that I'm not going crazy like bookmarks like I did and stickers and T-shirts and all that stuff. I'm
Mm.
going to have the book. I'm going to have the original pages. I'm going to have the artwork that I'm going to make for each chapter. Is going to be chapter one an illustration, chapter two an illustration. So it's going to be
Oh yeah, yeah,
three or four.
like a yeah, I like the kind of style, like kind of like they used to do with old semi-illustrated novels and stuff, where you'd have the
Yeah, yeah,
kind of well, yeah, like
and
Cycle of the Werewolf, right, with Bernie Wrightson and Stephen King. The
yeah, something
beginning of
like
each
that.
chapter had yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
dig that, Mark.
what I'm going to do is reaching certain amount of money or backers. I'm going to select the backer and give it away some art. But
Oh man,
something that's
that's
something
fantastic.
that I'll be working on. But it's got to be like I don't know, like if I reach 50 backers, I'll give away an art piece or something like that,
Yeah,
or a book, another book, or
right. Yeah.
and I can give away a Film Killer book also. So it's going to be around that's
That's excellent, and that's a good good driver for the campaign too. To get people to
That's
invest. But yeah, I'm looking forward to a chance of getting some of your original art, Mark, because I know the first book I think you did all digital.
the first chapter, the first Film Killer. I did it like 80% traditional. I gave away all the art to the backers. Each backer got an original piece. I gave away
Oh, well, then
around 50.
I do have one somewhere.
I give away 50 plus drawings, panels and other stuff. So yeah, that campaign was
Wow.
great. Each backer got an original art, and some of them
Okay.
more
Well,
than
then
one.
I do have a piece somewhere. Then I'm gonna have to go through my stuff and figure out why it's not up on the wall yet. uh, and anyway, yeah, it's man, I'm so far behind. I've got probably nearly 100 books to read. I've got pieces of art and stuff that need to be, either put into what do you call those darn things? Slip cases. The hard plastic protectors,
Mhm.
or framed or what. Man, I am
Yeah,
so out of wall space. I'm gonna have to start hanging stuff on my ceiling, I think.
yeah, you should. Do you have any ROM Space Knight books?
Yeah, I've got actually of the first series, I've got 1 through 60, the first 5 years plus
Oh
the
man,
end. Plus,
that's one of my favorites of all time. Is Conan
really?
by Jean Buscema. You also the X-Men
Yeah.
when from Jane size forward and also the Rum series. The first run was fantastic. One of my favorites. I was supposed to buy the omnibus that got out in January last year, but things got a little bit bad from my side, and I didn't got it. But it's on my list.
Yeah,
It's
I wasn't
great.
aware they put out an omnibus. I'm gonna have to go see if I can find that because yeah, I'm a big
Yeah,
Rom
one
fan too.
at the time it was around $120, I believe, on Amazon.
Well, I think shoot, I'm not sure who's doing it. It might be NECA or it might be one of it might be Super Seven, but somebody has a Rom action figure out right now that is absolutely gorgeous, dude. And it comes with the neutralizer and the different accessories. It's got clip-on beams for when he neutralizes the dire wraiths and stuff. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's only about $25, which ain't bad.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, so I've been seriously considering getting myself one of those, man. I've been a big round, but and that was John Buscema's brother that did most of that
Mm-hmm.
run. That was Sal.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a 90 around $90 in on Amazon. From
Oh, okay.
the original Marvel Years Omnibus Volume 1, 93 euros. That's around 90 $95, something like that. And it's at 50% discount at Amazon right now. Wow.
Wow. Okay.
712 pages. Fantastic.
Dang. That's awesome. All right, I'm gonna have to look into that once we end the stream.
It's a lot of
But
artwork.
Yeah.
oh man, I'm sorry
51%.
guys. I'm making a cup of coffee. My
No
brain
problem.
is still lagging here. Um,
We're good, man.
but anyway, see, that's another perfect example of just good old fashioned action adventure storytelling. Man, Rom was. I remember when
It
I first
was
started
so
reading it. It was so cool because people thought Rom was
different.
a bad guy and he was killing humans, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Nobody
that,
else, nobody else could see that they were actually these. It's kind of like the movie They Live, you know, where only
yeah,
Roddy
yeah, 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 yeah.
Piper.
Hmm.
And the thing is that beside his story, there was always someone going into the story, like the X-Men, Torpedo, you know.
Oh
And
yeah,
I
yeah.
was very,
Oh, Torpedo,
yeah, I
yeah,
was
he was
very
so
pissed.
cool.
I was very pissed when Torpedo was killed. Oh man,
Yeah,
I still
yeah, I was
remember
a big.
that day when I got pissed. Oh man,
Yeah, I wasn't
that
happy
was.
about that one either. Torpedo I liked a lot, and then Jack of Hearts was one of my favorites too. But he was another one of them tragic dudes where his powers are killing him, you know.
Hmm.
So he's got like a limited lifespan. And I don't know if they ever did kill him off or not. But
No, no, no. Torpedo, yeah, Torpedo. I remember the Spectre
yeah, Torpedo,
race.
I know they killed his ass.
Yeah,
But I liked him.
I
He
never.
had a cool costume, and a cool power set. Fun
Yeah, and he
character.
fought Daredevil. He fought Daredevil. That was one of the first comics that I read when I was a kid. That was one of my father's book, Daredevil versus Torpedo, and I thought that Daredevil was the bad guy because he was in red with the horns, you know. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
didn't I didn't knew how to read when I picked up that book, but I remember the fight scene in the tower. I think it was inside a church tower or something like that, and
Oh
them
wow.
fighting. And yeah, I still remember that. Unfortunately, I don't have that book, but
Yeah,
hopefully one day.
I'm gonna have to look for that one because I don't think I ever got a chance to read that. That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
that was. I don't remember if it was Daredevil 127. Let me see if it was. I checked that out a couple of years ago. Oh, 125. Daredevil. Daredevil. 127. I think. Yeah,
Okay.
120. Yeah, Daredevil 127. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna check that
127.
out.
Yeah, that was great. The cover is awesome, and
Hopefully it's not
that was one
not
of my
too.
first. That was one of my first comics.
Yeah, it's amazing how you remember your first comic, and it is like
Yeah, it was that
my
one.
first.
It was that one, or one with Spider-Man, Nightcrawler, and the Punisher,
Oh,
drawn by
yeah, that was
Los
a very
Andrew.
good one.
One of those two.
Yeah,
It was one of those two. My first comic.
Wow.
dude, that
Yeah,
Spider-Man, Punisher, and uh, uh, uh,
Nightcrawler.
yeah,
Nightcrawler.
and
And
Nightcrawler.
I thought
Yeah,
Nightcrawler was a bad guy too.
that's a high dollar book now, dude. As far as back issues go, that's like,
Yeah, my father read that one
yeah.
too.
I've got that one in
Yeah,
my collection, man. I got that when I was a kid, and still got it. I really enjoyed those books,
That's
but
cool.
yeah. Those Marvel was marvelous back then, but no,
Hey, man.
I don't care
yeah,
what they do. I don't care about their movies. I don't care anything about anything they do.
the weird thing is I've been hearing pretty good things about that Thunderbolts movie. And I mean, I don't know. It doesn't look visually that impressive from the trailers I've seen, but apparently
Well,
people are liking it. So I don't know.
looks like it's like a therapy session. There's a 27 therapy session in the movie. They talk yeah, I'm not interested. Even if the movie is the best MCU movie ever made, I would not watch it because for a good reason. Because in the middle of 50 movies, Marvel makes one. For what? I will have to watch the other ones.
Right.
Honestly, I don't
Yeah.
care. Honestly, I don't
Yeah,
care. They can.
and
No,
honestly, I
okay.
mean, since Disney took over, Marvel movie production, they just haven't been as good. It's just the way it is. So,
Yeah,
Disney puts their hand on anything, and then they fuck it all up. So.
yeah. Look at Daredevil. Daredevil was a huge hit when it was made by Netflix, and now,
Oh, dude, I love that show on Netflix. That was a good show, man. It was dark and
yeah,
gritty, fucking great action scenes, man.
I saw it twice. I saw it twice.
Yeah, yeah. I've only got to watch it once, and then, well, it pissed me off too because you know how Netflix is. They don't tell you that they're canceling anything until you're waiting for it to come back, and they're, oh yeah, by the way, it's not coming back. It's like son of
Yeah, but
a.
that was Marvel's fault because they didn't want it to renew the contract.
hmm Well, I think that
That was
was right
Marvel's
around.
fault.
I think that was right
Yeah.
around the time when Disney bought out Marvel's movie production stuff too. So
Mhm.
that probably had something to do with it, because they didn't want Netflix taking Disney's funds. So,
Yeah,
but I don't know.
he's
I've also heard good things about the new Daredevil series. I haven't watched any of it yet. But what's that, Elf?
Yeah, yeah.
it's a
I'm not gonna watch it.
stock, a Marvel
It's a it's a
Enterprise.
Elvy's check from the lottery.
No, it's
Oh,
just one
Oh,
stock from
cool.
before Disney took over.
No shit. Wow. So how much money
hmm
have you lost, Elvy?
I have no idea what this is worth. I don't even have a clue.
Yeah, I bet you it was probably worth more before Disney took over.
yeah.
Man,
I
that
bet.
wouldn't surprise
Yeah.
me.
But still, I imagine it's probably still worth a little something.
I don't know. Might be.
All right. My head is starting to clear up a little bit. I guess we'll
That's good.
get ready to take a look at this comic. And then I got a second one I wanted to talk to you guys about because a good friend of CG, one of the busiest men in CG, Mr. Eric Weather, just put out Battle Brick Road 2. I got my copy a couple of weeks ago. But he did a really interesting thing. I wanted to talk to you guys about and see what you thought about it. He found a printer that came up with a new process of taking your cover images and like randomly rearranging them and then making each cover an individual print. So here, let me show you what I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about here.
That'd blow
I
your
got to rearrange the screen here. Hold on a second, fellas. My phone is not cooperating today. Give me my buttons. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's rearrange the screen here. Go to the single layout.
There we go.
Okay. So here we go. This is an example of the cover of Battle Brick Road 2. And
Mhm.
it appears, from what I understand about the process and stuff, that, Eric originally drew a cover with like a bunch of, these random elements where these guys are popping in through portals and what have you. And then apparently he gives those to the printer, and then they scramble it and print each cover individually. And then he also sent a print of the original cover that you got with each book, which is a one-off by itself. I think it's a really cool idea, but at the same time, it doesn't make for the best cover. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's just not a well composed cover. I dig the fact that it's a one of a kind. Now, I ordered two, so if you guys take a look at this one, and you can see you got Tin Man there is upside down, or Tin Man's in the corner. Scarecrow is upside down. Dorothy's in the corner. Lion's down there. Now, this one is a completely other one-off. All the same characters, all the same images, but all in different spots on the page.
Mhm.
Still doesn't make for the most dynamic cover, but I
Mhm.
think it's a pretty cool idea collectible wise, you know.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
Yeah.
um, all right, what's going on? Let me switch this back again. And there we go. All right, that's better. Let me check out the chat here for a second. Hail, Eric and Boyd. You've got the link, Eric, if you want to pop on. I know you've had problems connecting lately, but hey, I'm willing to give you the link until we get it all figured out. So
We'll
that's not
do
a
our
problem.
best.
That's right. Eric is a really good dude, creator of Mr. Muck, and also a huge fan of
Yeah.
Golden Age comics, and the Femforce. It's been around forever. He does a lot of really cool sketch cards and stuff that you can find on his website. Sorry, Eric, I don't have your link handy. If anybody in the chat has that, well, Eric, you can drop it. You got a wrench. Uh, so there we
Yeah,
go. That's
Mr. Monk. I backed that Mr. Monk. I wanted to check that out.
yeah, dude. I actually I've gotten to be pretty good friends with Eric, and I own probably about 98% of the pages of Mr. Muck number 1 and 2 at this point. So I've
Cool.
been buying all of his artwork as soon as he asked me. He's like, "You interested?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, send it to me."
Yeah, that's
So I got
cool.
I got me a nice little collection of Mr. Muck original art going on. One of these days, Eric's gonna hit it big, and I'm gonna be rich.
Hey,
Yeah, I hope so.
if you like it, you are rich.
Exactly. Nah, I ain't,
Uh,
dude. I ain't
you
worried about
dig
getting
it?
rich. I'm 58 years
I'm just
old.
saying. That's what I'm saying. If you got something hanging on the wall that you like, it's just awesome. That's worth more than money.
Oh
You
yeah,
can't
and
hang up all that money. It ain't gonna do that for you.
yeah. Well, dude, that's why I mean, it's one of the reasons why I hardly ever leave the house. I mean, 'cause you walk into my living room,
It's a
and
museum.
hold on, this phone is just not cooperating yet.
Oh
But I mean, you
my,
look at these walls,
beautiful.
and they are just covered in art. And this is
Nice.
all within the last 8 years, all independent comics. all guys with CG. The glare is killing it there. But yeah, I'm surrounded by art when I walk in my house every day. I love it, man. It's just so nice to walk in, sit down, pour yourself a drink, and I just stare at the walls for 5 minutes every day when I get home. Yeah,
Wow.
but I'm a black and white art nut, so there you go.
Yeah, that's the way I feel when I come to my studio. I like to sit down a little bit, not doing anything, and just look at some of the books that I have. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
very
just get
calming.
hanging. It's yeah,
Absorb.
just kind of
Yeah. Just kind of.
run through some stuff. Every now and again, I'll go through and like crack open an old '70s copy of Spider-Man or something, just so I can smell the old ink and all that. I love that smell of old comic books.
Yeah,
I,
I miss this
I
paper.
mean, yeah, yeah, and I think it's the ink too. I think the ink had like a smell to it back then. But
On newsprint,
about
usually.
that too, yeah.
On no slick
And I
paper.
and I imagine a bit of that is the the slow breaking down of the paper that actually
Mhm.
creates that little bit of a smell. So
I can't
nothing is
I
permanent
can't
in
find
this world.
I can't find any printer here that does newsprint, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't know why. It seems like it's really difficult to find somebody that'll even do newsprint anymore. I know Pete Samedi here in the States. Um, he had a hard time finding somebody to do his stuff on newsprint, and when he finally found him, dude, I mean, he's keeping that shit tight to the vest. He don't tell nobody.
And it's very expensive to print in the United States. Twice as much expensive that here in Europe.
Oh, sure, I imagine. Yeah,
Yeah, very expensive. Yeah,
yeah.
I can print 100 books, hardcover 100 hardcover books for less than $600.
Wow, that's really good,
Yeah,
dude. Holy shit.
yeah, for less than $600, I can print 100 hardcover books. That's insane.
Yeah,
Okay.
In the United
that's
States,
incredible.
it's around 1100. In the United States, it's around 1100. So
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, it'd be probably twice that much easy.
yeah,
Yeah. Easy.
And I mean, and I know there's these big guys like Mixum and stuff, and
yeah, yeah.
I
It's
think
gonna be
it
with
just
Nixon. Yeah.
yeah, it just depends on the project because some people have had really good luck with them, and then others have not been very happy with Mixum. But I mean, most of the books that I've gotten that people have used Mixum on, I've been happy with. Look at those,
Yeah.
It's got
getting
that.
ahead of that mold.
I just I just have a box that I have old ones. I just pulled this book out randomly. Look at that. That's one of these Tales from the Unknown. It's
Oh,
got
sweet.
Joe Kubert cover of aliens. One is how people see
Wow.
it, and one is how it really is.
Oh, that's cool.
With Joe Kubert, 1971. Had it pulled it right out. I got a whole.
One of my favorites. So
That's
cute.
awesome.
This is stuff I read when I was growing up. I love this kind of stuff.
Oh
It's
yeah, that
got
that was Tales of the
friendly.
Unknown, Shocking Suspense, all those old, all the horror books, man. That was my
Shows,
jam back when I was a kid.
shows this guy over here. He's a goofy and he's bringing them treasure. Well, over here he's really a monster with a ray gun pointed at him. That's Joe Kubert. I didn't know he did very many, you know, bizarre
Yeah, I
things.
didn't know he did much like sci-fi type of stuff. I thought he was,
Well, see, that's what
Yeah, war stuff.
this was the thing that transferred me from war books into the not the fictional stuff where
right,
you were
right.
out there. And then I started. I'm like you. I love those black and white horror magazines, man.
Oh, dude. Well, so that was I was getting ready to tell my first comic back in the day. I think I was like 9 or 10, and my dad came home with a copy of Rampaging Hulk. the magazine
Uh,
size,
Oh
the
yeah,
one that they
yeah.
used to do back in the day. And at that point, I hadn't even discovered comics or anything, right? But my dad comes in the door. He's like, "Here, son, I bought this for you. Thought you might like it." And it had this crazy story. There was some kind of alien queen, and Hulk was on a different planet. And for whatever reason, he was trying to help this alien queen out. I don't know if he had a crush on her or what, but I mean, I just thought it was the greatest story. And I love the Hulk. I was like, this monster, that to me, he was just a monster. I didn't know what superheroes were. So as soon as I got that book, man, I was done. I was out looking for monster comics every time I was at the store. And and then I discovered, wait a minute, Hulk he's not just a monster. He's part of the Avengers. Wait, I mean, so it was like
Funny
a
to me.
revelation to me when
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
'cause I had no clue. I didn't care about superheroes. I was into the horror side of things. And then
yeah.
when I started seeing the
I love
crossovers with the super, I'm like, wait a minute,
transformation. I like to see
mhm.
changes, like werewolf
yeah,
type change. That
yeah,
was
everything
cool.
expands. Yeah, yeah, like Werewolf by Night, was one of my original favorites that I found, and then all of a sudden
Yeah.
Spider Man's in there, and Moon Knight's in there. I'm like, wow, what
Even
the
the
hell?
old werewolf.
Yeah, love that kind of stuff.
Come on here, man. But nowadays, no, it's got to be so complicated. You don't know what's going on, even after you read
Oh,
it.
look at this!
You know,
Marv whips out the Werewolf by Night. Yeah, buddy. That Daredevil on the
1974.
cover.
No, 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 no. That's only the werewolf.
Oh,
LZ
that's just
disappeared.
okay. It looked a little bit red
LZ.
at first.
Okay, so maybe if I
Yeah,
does
I
like
need to
this,
blow.
yeah, now you
Yeah,
can see.
I probably should blow you up, Marv. We can't. It's a little small
No,
to
no
be. Oh
problem.
yeah.
LZ just disappeared.
Oh, he'll be back. I think. Oh, it might be him backstage right now. I just got somebody popped in. Let's see what we got here. I think Elsie might have got kicked. Yep, there he is. There you are. You're back, Els.
Welcome back.
long time no see, guys.
Yeah,
That
where you
Yeah,
was
been, man?
I like that werewolf by night. That was
yeah.
Yeah,
That
nice.
that's
that
cool.
was. I got it for $5 here in Portugal,
Wow, dude, that's
Yeah.
amazing. You can't touch a werewolf by night for $5 in the states, dude.
and that comic shop has a bunch of them. So I
Ooh,
might get another one soon. Yeah.
all right. Well, go grab me one, Marvin. I'll pay you to ship it.
Especially if they're new.
I'll send you the link. I'll send you the link. They are an
Okay.
online. Yeah, but here in Portugal they have Conan from back in the 70s. They have a bunch of House of Mystery, um,
Oh,
and
dude.
yeah,
Real.
and other stuff from that time. More stuff from
Oh, yeah, dude.
DC. Yeah, horror stuff,
Oh,
and they
definitely.
have a bunch of Werewolf by Night and Man Wolf or Wolfman. Man Wolf? I don't know. They have those two from Man
Uh,
Wolf too. Yeah.
Mammoth, yeah, he was a good character too. They never, didn't get much use out of him though, really. I
Yeah.
mean,
Mhm.
But I did
but
like
I
him.
liked the concept of him and stuff. They was at Marvel Premiere. I think they had a 2 issue special run with Manwolf that I picked up way back in the day, and I've still got those in the collection. Those are the ones that are going to stay with me until I die. I'll probably have them like cremated with me and put into the urn or whatever. Because like all my monster and horror comics from back in the day, those are all staying. Everything else is up for sale, and everything is negotiable. But those monster comics are staying with me, boy.
I've looked for runs like I mean DC, old Marvel and DC hard runs, and even those those almost like gothic. You see them going up to a castle. It's like a not a, but a Dracula and this girl.
Mhm.
Uh, the House of Secrets and crazy
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Uh,
House of Secrets, House of
you got
Mystery.
Yeah,
I'm
they got
confused.
that too. Yeah.
I
Oh,
found
dude.
them.
Yeah,
I found
okay.
them old horror comics. I bought all I could find, man. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
slowly went through and kept every one that was real nice. I mean, most of them you look like you just bought it right off the stand, brand new. I'm like,
Right.
wow, and how could that be?
Well, I mean, and everybody knows me. That, I've pretty much given up on mainstream comics. I'm not really going back and
Oh,
looking for back issues and things like that. But there are
not
certain
anymore.
things like that Bernie Wrightson Frankenstein that I received. That I've wanted to have in my collection for years and years, and I would love to have a complete Werewolf by Night run.
Wouldn't that be
But
cool?
I mean, there's a couple of those issues that are like over $1,000 now because of the movies and what have you.
Wow.
Yeah,
Over
man.
a thousand.
Yeah, the one where Werewolf and Moon Knight, I think it's number 28 or number 30 or something like that. That thing was going for like $1,200 6 months ago.
Man, you want to
Wow.
see something I found? Because we we knew a dealer who he was working for a production and a printing company of some sort.
Mhm.
I got this acetate of the Frankenstein story.
Wow.
Had it listed. Said, "Oh my goodness, it's production art."
Damn.
It was probably I don't know how where it was printed from or what, but it's got that's the full one. This is a negative of the same one, and it's
That's
really
beautiful. That's
pretty
cool.
hard. It says
Yeah, that's amazing, man.
down here it says I was filled with bitterness with bitterness sensations of despondence and mortification when he saw his face. He looked in that river and it just blew his mind when he saw what he looked like.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, yeah.
Because
Oh, and
he didn't ask to be
sorry,
created.
chat. Hail, Pink Ferret. Good to see you, buddy. Nice
What's
to
up,
see you in
Tank?
the chat there, Tank. I'm gonna have to get you and Marv to do a couple pieces for me here soon. Marv, I'm gonna have to when you get done with your book, Marv, let me know, and then I will see if you can do a commission for me for a Battlehawk piece. But I don't
Yeah.
wanna disturb you while you're in the middle of something, especially
That's gonna
what
be
you're
awesome.
putting
Yeah.
out right now. It's amazing.
I promised you a piece for the campaign, so for free. So hang
Oh,
on to that.
no, 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 no. I'm more than willing to pay for it, man. I'm more than willing. I love your work, Marv, and I love the fact that you've been going along with the whole Shadowhawk joke for the last 3 years. I will gladly pay for your work, my friend.
Yeah. Thanks.
Halder says the first comics I remember reading were Tintin, Calvin and Hobbes, and Asterix. Oh, Asterix and Obelix. I
Yeah.
forgot
Yeah.
about them. Holy shit,
Yeah.
man! I haven't heard that name in
Oh
a
shit.
long
Yeah.
time.
I got a good cool magazine of them. Just
Yeah,
over.
yeah, that's man, I forgot all about them. But yeah, Calvin and Hobbes,
Yeah.
God, what a great cartoon that was, man. I mean, oh, well, not cartoon, I don't know what comic strip. Yeah, but I
Yeah,
got a big omnibus of Calvin and Hobbes. It's like I
yeah,
think 300-400 pages or something. It's fucking awesome.
got some
Lucky
comics.
Luke, also a great book.
What's that?
Lucky Luke. You don't know Lucky Luke?
Lucky Luke.
No, I don't think so.
No, that's the fastest cowboy in the West. He's faster than his own shadow.
Oh,
No, I never heard of him.
No, oh man, I'm going to send you some stuff. This is very funny. There's that dog Ratan Plan that is dumb, but so dumb, that dog. And then there are the four brothers called the Dalton brothers. There are four, and
Oh,
the
okay. Yeah.
tallest one, is dumb. Oh, it's incredible. Great comic. But then they changed in the early '90s, I believe. He used to smoke, but because of the kids, they just took the tobacco from the comics.
Right.
Because
Right.
yeah, he was so instead of him putting his tongue on the cigarette to close the cigarette when he was making them, usually
Right.
it was his horse licking the tobacco. So it was very fun to watch.
That's. I like that. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, very cool. I'm gonna check this out, and I'm going to send you guys the link to the comics.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely do. Because if I can undercut these high ass American prices and give me some old '70s Marvel goodness, man, I am down with that. 'Cause there ain't no Marvel goodness anymore.
No, there's no DC goodness, no Marvel goodness.
Yep.
That's all gone.
You know, and I don't keep up with the new stuff from those guys very much, but apparently DC is doing that new Absolute series, and they brought Jim Lee back and Mark Silvestri to do Batman and stuff. I've been hearing kind of good things about it, but at the same time, it just seems like another one of these, big corporate two gimmick type things. It's that they don't probably really give a shit about the story. It's all just a money grab.
Yep.
Money grab.
And
That's it.
honestly, Jim Lee's, I mean, and it's sad to see that like some of your heroes from way back when, like John Byrne, uh, Frank Miller, Jim Lee. These guys just they don't put in the effort to draw like they used to anymore. It's like
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
so
Yeah.
big I can throw down anything on a page and people are going to pay me $1,000 for it. So here, you know it.
That's what
Ah,
happened
it
to Picasso. Think
mhm.
about it. That's what happened to him. Think about it. Any artist you get. If I got to where I could basically sign my name and get $1,000. You think I'm gonna spend all day on a real cool drawing that I want to do? No, I'm just gonna be slapping something down for money. Do anything I want, man.
Right.
You
I
know,
mean,
pay
and
for it. Hey,
I can see how you fall into that mindset, but at the same time, if you're an
Andy
artist,
Warhol, Shadow. He was selling boxes after he died. They were just they took everything in his house and threw different stuff, and people were buying boxes for tons of money. He'd have an apple core that he ate, or something stupid like that. People pay
hmm
$100,000 for it. I mean, it didn't matter because it was connected to him. People were nuts. I mean,
yeah, yeah, exactly.
you
Well, it's
know,
like Frazetta nowadays, dude. I mean, all his stuff, his kids are, and they're doing a great job of curating his collection and putting out good stuff.
yeah,
But man, none of it is cheap. You ain't getting away with a bargain bin price on any of that Frazetta stuff.
I got, you know, I really hadn't gone through it, but I told you, I showed you, I got the coolest portfolio from Frank Rosetta.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You showed me that thing. It's awesome.
Just cover, man. And it's embossed because I've opened it up and you can see it. It dented into you can see the paper raised up, where they,
Helder, I understand where you're coming from. Where you've been kind of drawing from reference, but I mean that's where everybody starts, man. And you are darn good at what you're doing with those recreations. So maybe time to start stretching out a little bit and trying out your chops at doing some original stuff. And
hey,
just
bro, there's nothing wrong with a visual to help you with your perspective, your
Yeah.
proportion.
Look at Alex Ross. Look at a bunch of them does that.
oh
Hmm.
yeah,
Alex Ross does that. Barry Winston Smith did that. You have
Hmm.
Frank Miller who did it. Also, you have a bunch of people that did it and still do it. So
And there's nothing wrong with
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's all
I mean,
artwork.
and Alex
you
Ross
know,
is still putting out
yeah,
beautiful pieces, man. I see him posting
yeah.
stuff every week, and
I'm not
uh,
okay with I'm not okay with tracing. Tracing.
no,
I'm not, I did it for a while, but then I realized that I wasn't. That was around 15, 20 years ago, and
uh,
I realized that I wasn't learning. I wasn't learning how to draw. I was just, tracing for me was. I did it for two or three portraits.
uh-huh.
So yeah, and then I decided not to do it anymore because I wasn't having fun doing the drawing. So after that, I started doing my portraits freehand,
Yeah,
and
smart. That's
I got do it. I got good at it, and nowadays I can look at something and draw perfectly, almost.
Right,
So
yeah, exactly. And
nothing
I mean,
more
and
addictive.
there's nothing wrong with starting off that way. I mean, I've known a lot of artists over the years. They start off doing the same thing. Found a really cool cover, and they trace the outline, and then you fill in the details yourself. And for me, I did the same thing as when I first started. Um, but I was using it more to just get like, especially with females, because it's easy for me to draw like a dude, a big muscular, hero dude. But to draw a sexy woman, it's a whole nother
yeah,
line form, and it's just that's always been more difficult to me.
There's no geometry in
I
that.
can I can draw a lot of. I can draw like 10 wolves or whatever animals you put in front of me. But people, instead of drawing 10 people in the same time as I draw 10 wolf, I can do like 2 people instead of 10.
Right,
Right.
right, yeah, exactly.
I understand that. That people are the biggest challenge. I'm like you,
Hmm.
Yeah.
Marv. I've done portraits. I've had people lined up, kids. I can do them so fast. I was charging like $5 a head. I made over $200 in like 3 hours. Sitting
Damn.
there,
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
watching it. We're gone. Mom and Dad made those kids wait. Man, I'm like, wow, that was an honor for me to sit there. And those parents, those kids were at a carnival, and their parents made them
Wow.
wait to get drawn. And I'm like, wow. And I drew for 3 hours. I didn't get up out of my chair. I didn't move except draw. Next kid, the next kid. I was pumping them out, man, and I was
That's
enjoying it.
awesome, dude.
And then I learned a water graphite pencil. Oh, you draw them with that, throw a little water on it. Oh, they just freak out. Then I could get $10, $20 for those
hmm
and do them as fast, have
So,
just as much
hold on a
fun.
second. Tank Bear says, I am open for physical commissions. Spread the word. Business bills are
Yeah.
overdue. All right, Tank. I will keep that in mind as I'm going to be looking for some more content to throw onto my project here soon. So, excellent. Excellent. All right. Get rid of that. Okay. There we go. All right, well, boys, you know what? I'm having so much fun just talking today that I don't even think I'm going to do a comic book review. So
You
we'll
already
save
did.
that for next week.
We did
We've been
one.
having a nice chat here today.
We looked at a comic and talked about it. What do you mean, man?
Yeah, yeah, we looked at one, and like I said,
Maybe
I really I want to wait a little while on Blood of the Sword before I do that review because
but we got to
Richard is
see the
still,
cover, man. I'd like to read
yeah,
that back for.
he's still fulfilling right now, and
That's cool.
I hate to spoil something, for somebody. Um, and and the weird thing is too, a lot of people I know they buy these books, they back these books because they want to be supporters of CG and indie comics and stuff. But a lot of people don't read them. Read your books, people. I mean,
hmm
we all appreciate you, throwing down money and all that good stuff, but read them, do a review, let people know that there's good stuff out there because
If we
people
have
Yeah.
don't
to,
know.
Adam, I mean, we'll do crazy. We'll pull up an old, you know, Tales from the Unknown and do a review on that bad boy.
There you go. Hell yeah,
Things
dude.
that I read when I was a kid. I used to buy those big 25-cent, big old square bounds. Oh man, I was in
Well, you
heaven.
know what else? Yeah, speaking of that, I
Started
had an
rock.
idea the other night when I got off the phone with you, and I was thinking that maybe we could put together a show every week where we just go through and like do some of the classic horror stuff, like Bernie and
And it doesn't
the,
have to be. We don't have to have a regimented schedule. Like, okay, we got to be here every day or every week at 2 o'clock on. We could schedule it in advance to suit us. Tell people that hey,
yeah, exactly.
we're gonna look at Bernie Wrightson's Frankenstein and talk about it. If y'all want to join, we'll be
Yeah,
here. And just have fun.
and something like that, man. I mean, especially like you get me into that Bernie Brightson Frankenstein book, I guarantee you we're probably going to be streaming for like 4 hours.
Or I can pull out the Cycle of the Werewolf portfolio. You know,
There you go. Oh, dude, yeah, that's cool,
got
man.
all those prints. It's got comic book in it, man, and all kinds of cool stuff. I mean, it's
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
it's
Yeah, we'll have to get
I can
together
even
and
go on from there. I got any probably any great artist you can think of. We could do a bizarre book review. Let's say on Zombie Jam by Bernie Wrightson, illustrated by Bernie
oh,
Wrightson.
yeah,
Yeah,
there you go.
it's sitting right up here. You know,
Holy mackerel. Yeah.
that's the back. Oh, that's the front. It's got a face looking at you. See if I can get the light. And it's one eye.
Oh, that's cool.
That covers the zoom in on one eye, bro. Take it out and take
That's
some glare off of it.
Yeah.
hold on. I'm embiggen you real quick here. Else. Hold on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. That way we can
Hold
show
on.
the back cover too.
Yeah, I got it. All right, I got you in the right spot. Let's embiggen, and there we go. Oh,
Yeah.
dude,
The glare. The glare.
look at
Ah.
that. Yeah,
Oh, I took
a
the
little bit
comic
of glare,
book
but man, and he's got a blue eye too, which is that's interesting.
Now I can see what it is. Okay. Okay.
Oh, wow,
That's beautiful.
look, damn. I swear, dude, I love Bernie so much.
and
Yeah.
think people talking about we're talking about doing a mixed comic and well, okay, let's get some bizarre stuff that people have never seen.
Wow,
Craziness.
look at
I
that,
mean,
dude. Yeah.
children, kids
Holy
Yeah.
meet
shit.
Worm Boy. Think about it. Who in the heck is
What's
Worm?
the
Look at
What's
that
the name
back.
of the book?
Zombie Jam.
Zombie Jam. Okay. Thanks. I'm gonna check that out.
Okay. So is that all Bernie or is that like just
It's not.
all
He didn't
different
write
zombies from
his artwork. It's all him. Look at that. Everything
oh wow.
he illustrated this book in 2000 it came out.
No kidding.
$15 on Amazon. $15 on Amazon.
$15?
That's great.
That's it?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Just to
Alright, I'm
look
gonna get me
just
one
to
of
look
those.
at his art, is worth that.
Yeah. Oh dude. Uh,
I mean, it's filled with it.
see that's my jam, dude.
Everything leads all. You
As
know,
as cool as new comics are and all the new coloring techniques and special effects and stuff they can do. I mean, for me, black and white and gray tone is still just the
Yeah.
ultimate form of comic book art. It,
Bernie.
I just
So
Look at that.
so
look.
this book doesn't
Oh,
have
damn.
the this book doesn't have the the title in the cover, right? Is on the side.
Yes,
Ah,
correct.
that's a
Oh,
great
okay.
idea. That's a
Yeah.
great idea
Yeah.
because right now I don't know about how I'm going to make the layering of the book. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe I'll do the same. I'll do only the artwork in front, and I'll put the title in the on the
Yeah,
side.
Yeah,
Yeah, cool.
and then you get a cool like virgin cover, where the artwork isn't obscured by all the hibbity jibbity bullshit.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna
And
have
Eric,
that book.
I know, and I had scolded Rex. I told him, you start reading these comic books. I mean, it's great that he's backing their people and buying their books, but if you're not even reading them, man, what's the point? You got to read them.
they don't even, they asked him, "Have you read my book?" And he
Oh,
says,
dude, look at that staircase. That right
"Yeah."
there is just,
Yeah,
Takes you into the
I mean,
picture. You're physically going into that picture. You know,
bro,
yeah.
it's the
I'm
that,
gonna.
isn't that
ah,
cool? Just
I mean,
chalk. You practice just
there's nothing
chalk.
even happening there. It's just a
Look,
stairway
dude,
leading up to,
telling
a
you,
scary building,
look,
but
bro, this
Yeah,
is chalk. He did this with charcoal.
so cool.
All it
God,
is
dog.
charcoal. He just shaded in
Yeah,
with charcoal, piece of charcoal, man, and he's got it masterpiece.
yeah,
You know,
beautiful, man, beautiful.
and then you come to one, and you can see, well, he either buried down on that chalk or he brushed in some ink or something.
Well, Helder, if you're interested, sir, I would love to be your first commission. I will send you probably about a week or two. I got to get everything together. I've finally got most of my concept pieces in, and I'm coming up with the final design for Battlehawk. So once I have all that reference together, I will shoot it over to you and see if you would like to do a piece for me, sir. And anybody that does any kind of work for Shadowhawk on the Battlehawk book will be included in the book. I do not care if it's on model to the final character or not. All the concept pieces, everything is going to be included. Everyone that helped me to get this thing out. So I thank you all in advance, and I appreciate each and every one.
nice.
So we did a review of Zombie Jam. We got to look at the art.
There you go.
David.
So
It'll
boom.
take a while to read that. It's like full of stories, man.
Oh, dude, that looks just amazing. And for $15 on Amazon, I'm gonna have to get online and order me that thing.
Oh, yeah, this is
The name is David James Smith.
uh, no show.
Sh- Shao Show,
Ah, David J. Show. Okay.
SCHOW. All right, yeah. I'm not familiar with them, man, but man, that's beautiful artwork.
I wasn't either. That's why I got it.
Yeah.
When I saw it, it was
Yeah,
like
hell yeah.
eBay and a bookstore was selling it. You know, it wasn't much.
Oh, what does this Saint carry? What do you? What have you done? God dang it! I love you, Carrie, but you don't need to be spending money on me, girl. You got to worry about your needs. Shit.
Fun.
Oh, ow! Shoot, damn dog cage is in my way. Ow!
Worry about your knees too, bro.
I just banged my knee into a dog cage, dude. Just walking by, like shit.
Start crawling.
Like my knees ain't bad enough already. Oh, Carrie, thank you, dear. I love you, sweetheart. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to lecture you last night, and I was I'm not trying to be mean, but I would rather keep you know
Well, see, we need
any
we need to
negative statements
understand
or any questionable things
when we
backstage.
talk, and when we talk to somebody, it's because we care about them. It's like family. Okay, we're
Exactly. Oh,
talking out of concern. We don't want you to disappear and be gone forever, or just whatever. I mean, that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to unite people, you know,
Exactly.
together. And
Yeah,
that's how
and
that
you know,
makes it.
I appreciate after all these years, having an actual comic book community of like minds, with people that you can talk to. You know, for a long time, especially after I became a teenager, all my friends and stuff stopped collecting comics, and I was still collecting. And you don't have nobody to talk to about the things that you love and stuff. And now with YouTube and the internet and
It's no
everything,
fun if
you
you have
can find a
to do it all
community
yourself.
to yeah to
Yeah.
be a part of. And
Well, the
oh,
main
thank you,
thing
Terry.
is,
I will.
we want everybody safe.
That was
We
awesome.
want nobody taking advantage of anybody because we're on the internet, and I don't care where you live, what you do. We're all looking out for each other, and we don't. We're not here to play games. I'm not here to use you or to do anything, to expect anything. I'm here to share, like you said, what I like. And it's really, you sit around and look at it all day, but if you don't share it, it's no fun, you know.
Yeah, it gets kind of lonely after a while, when you're just
You just
you know you,
gonna do. It's just gonna sit on the shelf, and nobody's gonna care. It's nobody cares. It's from 1938. It doesn't have a crease in it anywhere, and
is
if
that a
I keep
cardboard back on it?
brother, it's see what way it's put together. They made these out of extra paper in the comic. They instead of
Uh huh.
throwing it away, they turned it into little penny comics, which
Ah, that's so cool.
CGC never recognized this book. They said it didn't exist until my friend Robert
Mhm.
sent them a picture of this, of one of these. This is from 1938. There is no spine at all. It's just flat paper stacked on each other with two staples in it.
Oh
That's
wow.
There's not a
Yeah.
crease, bad boy, and you can pick it up all day long because I don't think people realize how rare something like this is. I mean, $10. I mean, come
ten
on.
bucks.
Of course,
Damn.
that was a time ago, but you ain't gonna find one like this and this nice. You're nice and
No,
paper.
I mean
Man,
that's incredible. I
oh
mean,
man,
even that thing managed to survive this long is like an incredible,
how many
feat.
were recycled? Think
Oh
about
yeah.
it. Chunk
Well, I
into a
mean,
pile.
like think about it. When we were kids, and I mean, I was a collector, so I always
So,
treated my
okay,
comics like
think about
gold.
this,
But
Shadow. This book is flat as a pancake. Okay, now there is no
oh, dude, I
spine,
know that thing's
but
beautiful.
now the staples are right here. They're not, they're like stapled right here. And this thing has not even been opened. There's no crease on this thing either side.
Wow.
Wow.
And I'm like, wow, you're looking at 80, 90,
Yeah.
almost 90 years. And I showed you that other one, like the Bullet Man one. Everybody liked that one.
Oh yeah, Eric
Night.
was Eric was freaking out on that bullet man. There you go, Eric.
It's the black
That's
label.
incredible, dude.
Variant. Not all these had a black label right here. It was a different color.
Dude, I mean, that is a beautiful copy too. Look at that thing.
I mean, it is one staple on the spine.
One
So
step. Oh shit.
metal, they serve metal, bro. So how did it stay together all these years? You know,
That's the
and
incredible thing, right? I mean, somebody,
yeah,
whoever had that book originally, like really
over
cared
80
about
years. Yeah, or it's got stuck somewhere and somebody forgot about it.
it. That too, yeah. You never know. I mean, I've seen that happen.
Yeah,
You know,
something like that. To me, it looks
that's
stuff. You know.
incredible stuff, man. And I kind of like the turn we've taken on today's high noon. We got a little bit of a review in. We got a little bit of some stuff in on the one of a
You
kind
could take
covers
me
from
off
Eric
the
Weathers,
screen. You,
and I would love to hear everybody's opinion on what they think of the one of a kind. Battle Brick Road #2. I mean, I think it's a great thing as far as collectability, but then again,
That's so cool.
yeah. The
He
last time
doesn't
I
really
saw
go
him,
out.
he was holding a little something special.
Yeah, and he says, "We come in peace."
Dude,
Very
That's
cool.
you
great.
know what? The only thing that would make that even cooler is if he could pop his little face helmet back and it was Glenn Fleming's hatch underneath there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That
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 was.
that's another one that's I think is very underestimated. If you guys haven't checked out Glenn Fleming's Hatch comic book, you've got to
Yeah, it's
check
on my
that out.
list too. It's on my list.
It is one of the best
And
things I've read in the last 20 years.
he's got a great one too about Jack Kirby because he was
Yeah.
at Jack
Sorry,
Kirby's
guys.
home twice.
Oh,
You have two books about Jack
sorry
Kirby.
about that.
So
Spam, a spam call on a Saturday. What the hell? All right. Sorry about that, boys.
Yeah,
But yeah, the he's got the hardcover out there. I think it's still in demand. Mark, the Hatch annotated, which shows all of
yeah, but
the background process
yeah,
and
but
everything that
I'm
Glenn
not.
did.
you want me to keep showing stuff? I will, but you got me on the full
Yeah, sure.
screen.
Ellis. Yeah,
Don't
yeah, you got
scare
stuff to pull out, man.
Okay.
I mean, if you'd rather me put you back to small screen, we can do that. But if you want to keep showing stuff, we'll do that for a little while. Oh yeah, danger, Will Robinson. Dr. Smith is a homo.
Yeah,
Yeah. Let's see. What's he do?
Yeah, I think that's the one thing I never understood about that robot dude. All he had to do was pull that little green thing off the side of his back, and it would shut him down.
Yeah.
Remember, Dr. Smith would get pissed off at him, and he'd just walk over there and yank that little thing, and the robot would go bleh.
Let's see. I'm trying to get it to do things. I don't think I even think the thing works, man. Probably don't.
Oh,
I
has
ain't
it
even.
got sound effects and all that stuff?
Yeah, it's supposed to. It's got a little tread. The thing rolls like a tank.
Oh, that's cool, bro.
I mean, this is old. I don't even. I
Yeah.
just saw this dude's collector house. Let me show you what else came with this when I got them. You're
Uh
gonna
huh.
freak out, man. I'm gonna show you up here on my top of my desk. Here, these figures standing up there. Look at those bad boys.
wow.
Eric, exactly, dude. I hated fucking Dr. Smith, that little fucker. I'm always waiting for one of the aliens to kill his ass.
I got all those figures at the same place, man. And the
With that
stands are,
robot? Wow, dude.
yeah. And you know, one's Robin, Batman, Joker, Superman, Wonder Woman, Captain America. Then I
Hell
got my
yeah, look, man.
werewolf. Let's see, where is he? He's right there, up in the corner. He came with it.
Oh, okay.
Can you see him? I don't know
Yeah,
how.
just yeah,
Mhm.
he's a little bit in shadow, but yeah, we can. Oh yeah,
Okay.
there you go. Oh, dude, he's got the cloth clothes and stuff too. What is that? Is that a Migo or is that a NECA? Or
Yeah, one of those. It's one of those. It's probably going for about $50 or so.
that's cool though, bro.
He's got a stand. You know, I don't have no box. I didn't have no box with those either. You know, but I thought,
Hey,
man,
you know what? I mean, if the
I'm,
figure's in good enough condition and whatever, the box is always nice to have, But
yeah, but that's not everything.
yeah,
It's like,
well,
you know,
there's a few of the Marvel figures that I want to get. Like they had the BAF uh, man thing that they did a couple years back, and then they did a really
yeah,
cool
real figure.
Marvel Legends Moon Knight a couple of years back, and I'd like to have those for my collection, but I'm not gonna buy them off of a Marvel site. I don't want to give them no money. Oh, look at there. Hell's he? Gunslinger Spawn is one of the cooler variations I've seen of Spawn in a while.
And I never read Spawn. Incredible.
Really? You never read Spawn, dude?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Never,
Yeah,
never.
I think I got the first 150 issues or so, I believe.
Wow.
Um, that was right around when I quit collecting in 2000. I think it was right around 150 or so.
Just a second.
Yeah, no problem, man. But yeah, thanks guys for coming on and joining me today and shooting the shit a little bit. Uh,
Yeah, man. You
you
started
know that
talking
this internet thing becomes addictive, and when I don't get a chance to get online and talk to you folks every day, I feel like I'm missing out on something. Oh, dude, that's cool. Does it come
Yeah.
with a little tiny one with him?
comic, little helmet, uh, and the arm, the elbow of the giant man. Uh,
Oh,
out.
okay, that's just yeah. So you got to build the figure from. Okay,
It's a build BAF, because
right,
I've
right.
got the whole giant man. I think I like need one figure. I've
Oh,
got them
really?
in the closet, dude. I
Oh,
got
that's nice.
a bunch of these. See, back when I was started collecting, to do eBay and things, I went to Walmart. Okay, you know how much these were out there. Now this comes with a comic. Okay, a comic back there, reproduction of his first appearance. Then it comes with the
Hmm.
figure and his helmet and part of the arm, which you can see, right here. That's what it is of the giant man.
Okay, yeah.
You
So it's
got like 6 or 7 figures. Well, I've got about all of them. Just about. That dude's going to be huge, man.
yeah, that's awesome. You know that, and see, that's another thing. Fucking Marvel and Hasbro, they get you to buy 6 or 7 figures so that you can put together one extra figure. You know,
Yeah,
and then
they.
if you want to keep them new in box, you got to buy two of each just so you can build. it's a, they're not stupid. They know what they're doing.
How much these were when I was in Walmart, and they were hanging. They had a whole, almost a dang near half the place. Just these figures are hanging everywhere, and you know how much they were? In about around 2,000,
Oh, probably like $9, $10.
$5.
$5? No shit. Damn.
Bucks.
Wow.
I did. I walked up front, got me a cart, rolled back there. I just started unloading them, buddy. I was willing to buy every one they had if I could find them.
Hell
I
yeah.
didn't want a bunch of doubles and stuff, but $5 a piece with a book and figure, and they
Well, dude,
got
I'll
me.
tell you what.
Got
You
me.
guys have you got ollies down there by you, Elsie?
I think we do. I think there's an Ollie's around. I
I'll
have to
tell you
look.
what. That's the place to go, dude, for like Marvel Legends figures and stuff like that. Like all that shit that don't sell, it ends up at Ollie's for like 4.99, and
Yeah,
you can get like all the the rare Marvel figures, the off the. I've always been like a fan of kind of the guys that don't get used that much. Oh, now who's that one?
Max Mercury,
Max Mercury.
Don't know that one, but
Yeah, I
that's
don't
very
know
cool.
him.
Flash, Cold Label, McFarlane figure.
Oh, that's cool.
You know how much I paid for this at Walmart? $6.
Nah, $6. Damn,
I said, what? I said,
dude, it costs that much to make that thing.
they couldn't even make the box for $6, man.
That's what I'm saying. It costs more than that just to put that thing in the box and send it out.
It's like a Flash character.
Ah, okay. He part of the like the speed
I
universe
think
thing.
he said
Wow, okay.
Max Mercury, the Flash.
Hmm.
Yeah. I remember
multiverse.
the name, but I don't know his like where he fits in exactly.
I don't either. Doesn't talk about him a lot. It just has his name on the side and said he's multiverse. But $6, I had to get it, man, because as an artist, if I don't do anything else, I can take this figure out and take some sculpting and make my own character if I wanted
Right.
to.
Yeah.
But
Oh, Helder says he got Hatch annotated on his e-reader. Ah, very cool.
and since you're sharing the whole screen with me, I wanted to
Yep.
share this with people. Uh, this book here, it's called Poetic Healing, Faith, Hope, Recovery, and Letters. The state in Tennessee, they put together this little book here. Tennessee, it's the Tennessee Mental Health. Uh,
Oh, that's cool.
well,
I like that the name of the publishing company is Happy.
yeah, and the girl from my church is a writer. She writes poetry. She had written some
Hmm.
poems. Said, "Would I
What?
illustrate for her?" So I told her, "Yeah, sure, no
Hold
problem."
on a second, boy.
And she wrote the poem, and then I
Hmm.
did an illustration for it, and it got selected and published.
Yeah, I did that once for a guy known here
Yeah,
in Portugal. He gave me a poem, and I did an illustration for his poem, and then I published among other artists.
right. It's
Very cool book.
what it was. That Tennessee's about poetic healing, about people with mental health issues and things. And she asked me to do it, man, and I said, sure. I did two of them, and one of them got published. So
That's a great challenge, you
yeah,
know,
it
to
was.
pick up a poem and make an illustration about that poem. That's a
And
huge
the cool
challenge.
thing was is when I took the art over there, she was there with her dad, and they were sitting there, and he was looking at my art, and he goes, "I like that one," and I said, "Oh, you do?" Picked it up, and I could explain to him the thoughts I was having as I did it because of the poem I read, you know, and
Right,
he's
right.
really when you do that, he just kind of like wow, opened up another, you know, side of thinking for him. But I
Yeah,
was
that's
glad.
a whole new thing too. Like being an art fan or whatever, when you kind of discover something like that, it hits you in a new way. It's like wow, there's a lot more attached to this art stuff than what I originally thought. How'd you get my eyeball?
It's the handmade German. Got pontels. Got
I didn't even feel him pluck it out, man. Elsie's a master.
yeah, buddy. Plucking them things. Now some of them even had lattice work in the middle of them. They ain't that big though, so they ain't real expensive. But
It's
the
still
big
cool
one,
though, man.
big ones like that though, them things get up to $100. I ain't paying nobody $100 for a marble. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, for a little ball of glass, right?
For that, for those, I give them a $5 bill for one. It's beautiful. I like them. They're cool looking.
Mm,
But I didn't want to get the regulars. I wanted German handmade marbles. You know.
yeah.
So I did. That's what I
I had a
got.
buddy back probably about 20 years ago or so, but his older sister owned a house out here on the Indiana Dunes, and it was a
Mhm.
big old like 7 bedroom house. And I don't, she'd made a bunch of money somehow or another. She was well off, so she just used to let artists come and stay in this big old house right there on Lake Michigan and do
Gotcha.
their shit for like 6 months or whatever at a time. And man, I met this dude that was doing glass blowing, and
Wow.
I used
That's
to
cool.
hang out with him for a while, and it's just so cool to watch them do that shit, dude. It's an
Dude,
incredible art form.
I got involved with a glass artist, Shadow, and even my icon on Facebook, you can see me sitting there by one of the windows we produced, and I was working on a band from Sweden called the Cadillac Band.
Uh huh.
We'd also did Charlie Daniels, and that one of
Oh wow.
Elvis and George Klein got me the job. The guy had taught me how the old masters painted on glass because you can find some of that glass today in the ground, and it still has the image that was on it because he says you use crushed glass and alcohol, and then you fire it. It becomes part of the glass, and it'll never come off unless you break it. You know,
Oh, okay.
I could do
That's cool.
portraits, you see, and my friend was a glass artist, and he was doing this big window with Elvis and George Klein. He had got the rights to do it, okay, and George Klein owned that picture, not Elvis, okay, but Elvis was in his radio station with him, and he got a picture
Mm.
taken, and he owned the picture, so he gave us
Mm.
the rights to reproduce it as a window.
Oh, that's wild.
Man, my buddy was building that window, and then he calls me. I didn't know he was doing it. I didn't know anything about it, any of it. And he goes, dude, he goes, I need help. I said, what's up, man? He goes, man, you know how to do portraits, don't you? I said, well, heck yeah, that's what I do all the time. I sit around and draw people, you know. You
Yeah.
give me $5, I'll draw them all day, you know, or 10 if I'm going to spend a little more time. But he goes, I need help. He goes, man, he goes, I paint. He goes, when you paint Elvis, it's got to look like Elvis. You can't paint a good try. He goes, it's either going to
Right. Yeah.
look,
It's got to look like Elvis. It's
not to mention, it's going to look like George Klein or it's not. Okay.
right. Exactly.
So I
And
went
that's
up
probably
there.
going to be harder to do than Elvis is because Elvis is,
Oh, they both,
so iconic.
look, man,
You know.
George Klein was just as iconic in Memphis as Elvis was in the world. But that was
Really?
it.
I
Memphis and
okay.
the world are two different things. You know, Memphis, he was
Exactly.
big. In the world, he was really not that big. But Elvis was
Exactly.
big in Memphis and big all over, you know. So to have them both, I mean, and it has to look like them because the guy who gives you permission, he's not going to look at that window and go, that ain't me. That's
Right.
what
Yeah.
they
You don't
did.
want to get a picture that
Yeah, you don't want to look at if it's George Klein, if it's John Lennon, Paul McCartney, it's got to look like them, or people are going to go, man, what is that? You know. Well, we did that. He called me up there and he showed me what to do. And man, I took glass, crushed glass he bought, and through a company, and he had
uh,
built this vase and cut it out. And he goes, man, that's got to look, that's his shape. And he had done. I saw what he did, and he was right. It didn't look anything like Elvis. And I went in there, and before you fire it, it's easy to wipe off. So if you make a
sure. Yeah.
mistake, it's just like wiping chalk off, you know.
Hmm.
So and then you fire it, it's permanent. It's not ever going to come off unless you just destroy it.
Right.
So that was the cool thing about it. We still got the windows. The International Rockabilly Hall of Fame had us do those windows. We put in our time and effort. They hung those windows at that place. Then the man that ran it passed away, and
Mm.
he was a good dude. We were helping him. They'd have bands come there and playing, and Carl Mann and all these people, you know, that were kind of famous, like the guy
Right.
who was in You remember the guy in the Punisher who played the guitar and tried to kill Punisher on the highway, and
Oh yeah. Yeah.
that I met that dude, man.
Oh
He
no shit.
the one who got the knife shot in his throat
Hmm.
at the
Yeah.
and he sang that song to him in that restaurant and then left. And yeah, he came by. He came there. and we met him. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool stuff,
That's
man.
that's the kind of stuff they did, and we just supported them and hung out there, different times. And we made those windows. Well, after he died, they shut it down, and they were going to destroy the place. They were going to, they were kind of gutting the place and going to redo it, and they were going to just
Oh
destroy
no.
our windows. My buddy worked for the city, and he says, "Heck no." He went up there and removed them, and he's got them in the shed at his house, man. He saved
Hell
them
yeah.
for us. We built them over there at his house, and then he started working for the city, and he saved them for us so they didn't get destroyed.
Shoot, I'm sorry. I'm on mute for a second. I'm out here smoking, and the neighbor's mowing the lawn. So you and Marv, go ahead and talk for a second.
Well,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, but we'll talk.
Yeah, we'll talk. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool.
There you go.
So, ah, did you snap it?
It's actually
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
did you use it already? No.
oh no, it's actually for flowers.
Oh,
You stick
nice.
that and you stick flowers in it right there.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool.
Just
And Thanos is bringing you flowers before he
yeah,
blinks you out of existence.
yeah. Weird stuff like that I couldn't pass up.
Ooh,
I
what's
have
that,
a
Marv?
midget book too. I have a midget book too.
A midget book.
You
Yeah.
got midget books, man.
Yeah, yeah, this one is for 1979.
Okay, black and
Oh,
white.
cool.
That looks like midget.
Romance book.
That looks like
That's a
print.
romance
Yeah.
book.
That's a
Yeah.
print. That's a wood print or a
I
linoleum or
don't
something.
know. I
Looks
don't
like.
know. But I have a couple of them, maybe two or three more. Yeah. Very cool. Back then, stuff were cool.
Oh,
Yeah, back then.
that. Oh, and Tank in the chat says he was big into marbles. Um, you remember a few years back on YouTube, Tank, when those marble races were like a big deal? There's a couple channels that were like setting up these big like they were doing them in like sand or whatever, and they'd have these big tracks for these marbles to race down and shit. I got into that for a couple of months, man. I was loving watching them things. Very nice. Justice League.
Wonder what a 32 would be worth. That's number
Wow.
32. Look at the condition, man.
I imagine it's up there.
Yeah, very cool.
And this is a lot of stuff I
Are
hadn't
they
even
still
looked.
doing the marble races? Okay. I stopped watching them a while back, but man, those things are fun.
I like that one.
That's very cool. That submariner cover is incredible.
It's beautiful.
Wow. That was very cool.
Well, fellas, I hate to call it early on a Saturday, but I'm running out of gas here, man.
Hour and a half, man.
Yeah, that's not too bad. I mean, I usually try to shoot for about an hour on the high noon, so we actually did a little bit longer than normal. Oh,
Yeah.
look at that. You're going to start pulling out the old horror books now on me, Elsie. I'm not going to be able to end the show.
So this is a random box, brother.
Damn
It's like
it.
next,
Elsie knows how to hook me in.
but see, then all of a sudden you get a Mark Jewelers Tarzan.
Oh, damn, look at that.
Mhm.
And that's a Joe Kubert cover, of course. That man
Is
did
that a
more cover.
black lion?
Yeah, man, that dude's like Shadow. It's a lion,
Yeah,
and it's
that's cool.
in that back.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
The
Yeah,
trophy.
I'm digging that, man.
These are smart jeweler variants, man. This guy was selling a lot of these Tarzan
Oh
books,
wow. Yeah, so they got the Marks Jewelers ads
and
in
every
now those were only available like on military bases, right? Isn't that
and these were cardboard, and it's got the little star up here. That means it was sold at a base.
okay.
Little bitty printed star on it. You can barely see it, but that
So
if
that
you
was
look
the indication that it was from a military base, huh?
every one of these, I got a whole. This guy, every one of these were marked jeweler variants, and he just advertised them as Tarzans. And every one of them were 20-cent bullets, man. I said, "Oh my gosh!" And they were beautiful. I, s-
Yeah,
I immediately pounced on them. All these Mark
Car-
Jewelers. I mean,
Carrie says, "Why don't
not
eggs tell
one of them.
jokes? Because they crack each other up." All right, Tank. Get ready for your Stark of Iron members stream, and I'll pop over there after a while and check
All
you
right.
out, man. Hope you have a good stream. Uh,
Action
oh,
Comics number
wow,
10.
look at that. Mark pulling out some gold. Who
Oh
drew
yeah.
that cover, Mark? Do you know?
Uh, mm, nope.
No, nah, that's all right.
I have to check that out.
Still a cool cover. Ah,
Yeah.
Superboy. I think I actually have that one.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, very nice.
I love the way they did the balloons in the cover.
Yeah,
Well, they
you very rarely see speech balloons on covers anymore. You know,
Yeah,
so
very cool.
that's I miss that, man. Like all the old '70s Marvel books, I always used to have them talking shit to each other on the cover. You know, Thor would be, "I shall smite you," or you know what.
I like the one puny god. Smash, smash, smash. Loki
Yeah.
smash the smithereen,
Oh, dude,
man.
you know they
Puny
recreated
god.
that scene in the first Avengers movie when Hulk grabs Loki, and
Yeah,
my
I
wife went and
love
bought me the pop figure of that, and there's an actually he's got him by the leg and he's smashing him into the ground.
oh, I love that, man.
Yeah,
I
it's.
love to
I mean,
see that.
I can't stand pop figures, but I've got a couple of them. I got Moon Knight, I got that one, and I think there's one other one
Hey,
that I got
when
that my wife
somebody
bought me.
gives
There.
you a shadow, when somebody gives you a gift, you accept it and smile.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I mean,
Yeah,
that was just. I mean, it's so cool. Like I said, even though I hate pop figures, I like every time I look at that thing, it reminds me of that movie, and I just crack up, dude. But all right, fellas, we are gonna go ahead and call this one good for today. Thank you, boys, for joining me, and
good
I
Anytime.
really,
talking.
I really appreciate it. And Mark, keep us updated, bro. Because when you get ready to launch, man, I would love to launch you on either my channel or Rex's channel, or at least
Or
we'll
both.
get you out there a couple 3 times a week once you get this new book launched. I mean, I
Yeah,
really want you
can't
to.
wait to finish it. I can't wait to finish it, man. Can't wait.
Dude,
After the
I'm I'm
pencils, after the pencils, it will be fast. But before
I'm
that,
looking forward to it, man. Because those pencils you've been laying down are just absolutely beautiful, brother.
thank you, man. Thank you.
All right, let me make it official here. Hail all, we love you. Thank you for coming to the show. Um, Not sure what's going on for 4 o'clock yet, but one way or another, there will be a 4 o'clock shadow, whether Rex is here or not. Uh, Homer and I and Elsie will make sure that there's a 4 o'clock show going on. So, once again, thank you, everyone. Carrie, I love you, sweetheart. You are amazing. And
We love her too.
trust me,
Both of
I'm never mad at you.
You
I feel bad for lecturing you yesterday, but trust me, I was not mad at you, and I'm never gonna uh, kick you off
We
a channel or
put it
ban
this
you or
way:
anything like that.
we'll never turn our backs on you. How about that?
Exactly.
I don't turn my
So,
back on nobody, not unless they
no.
stab it. I might turn around
Well,
then, but you know.
yeah. Then I turn around and whoop your ass.
Other than that, I got your back, man.
There you go. All right, fellas. Thank you, everyone, and
Take
thank you
care,
all for
guys.
being here.
See you next time.
Helder, I will hit you up um, for a drawing if you're interested. I just got to get a little bit more done on my finalization of the character. Yes, Carrie, I'm going to go order my book. Thank you, sweetheart. You are amazing. All right, everyone. Have a great Saturday. I shall see you all at 4 o'clock. Marv, thank you again for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us here in the
Hey,
United States of
peace
America.
over there
Oh
in
yeah.
Portugal. Peace in
Hail
Portugal.
all and have a great day.
Yeah. Take care, everyone.
Take it easy.